Hi, everyone. Today is January the 24th. My name is Anne Marie Band, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. Well, hits keep on coming. Today, though, we've got news. I don't know if it's going to be big news, little news, whatever, but we have a few news events coming out on top of all the earnings that will be out after the close today. Netflix absolutely shot the moon last night, and that is going to affect SPY and also the S&P 500. This thing is on a rocket ship to the moon. One of my favorite things to do here is to look at these breakout formations that really tell you how long prices have been caught in a particular place and what the likely range expansion is once it gets out of the box. Now, why do we have a sense that it's going to get out of the box? Well, that line from underneath. Remember, buying pressure comes from beneath, not above in general. That's where the support legs come from. All right, let's take a look at SPY based on that. What we can see is that we have another gap that's moving up. I expected us to stay in here a little longer, but indeed we are moving forward. Let's put a measure on this same range to see what the GAN expansions will give us. These are GAN numbers. And the next one would be, just like I'm suspecting, 490. All right, so that is what we're staring down right now. Okay, that being said, today, what do we look at? The close of the prior date. Are we above it? Yes. In the morning, all of these people who have been long into the opening tick, they're going to try and take some profit. If the gap fails and we get to come back into 486, it's time to take another long. If it loses 485, we should be out of the trade. All right. Now, that is $1 wide. So you want to think about that a little bit. Maybe let it come down into the wick, have it bounce, let your risk be small. And if it loses the ability to recapture the opening tick of the SPY in pre-market, we know that we have topic formation engaged. Looking at the Qs, of course, we've got those same levels. I am drawing these same spaces. Let's do this again. How am I making the edges? Support to resistance, resistance to support, just a range-based breakout. It's sitting near the top of this range. Once it gets past 427, it could be off to 421. Now, new highs beget higher highs until they don't. So remember, what we want to do is look for the line in the sand that gives us the test with the least amount of risk. That's going to be 424 when it fills the gap and the traders are off for another pull. Listen, it could fill the gap, dip a little below, and then bounce. So don't estimate that as soon as it gets there, you're going to go long. This is a market that is going to reward you if you are patient. But the lines in the sand are clearly there. You can see the heavy congestion zones really matching a lot of the levels that we are using. Next, IWM, also off to the races. This one really does not have the kinds of congestion zones on the dailies that we can see otherwise in other parts of this chart. We might maybe see something from whoa. Well, here it is. This is why we can't see it on the day, because it is sitting on the week. So this, folks, tells us the following: that we are definitively caught in a very sideways patch, very heavy buying at the base. That's what this purple line is. And price action that says, if I break out, I might spend a couple of days there, but I am coming back. So I would definitely watch that. This is a great expansion tool. I like the boxes. They really have been holding me. All right, let's take a look at the ES. It's got the zoomies. ES has the zoomies. So remember, highs beget new highs. So you don't want to chase this into some place that's bad. You just want to, let me delete some of these. Yeah. Don't be afraid to erase your lines and start over. Okay? It's super important. Okay. We're going to do it from here to here. All right, that gives us 49.11 and then 49.46. They are trying to march to 5,000. I got to tell you, Darius Dale did an article about 3 weeks ago, and he said, listen, I've never been more bullish on price action in the last 6 months. And I was thinking to myself, man, Darius, I just don't know. And wouldn't you know it, that guy has, I mean, man, could he do some metrics. Just incredible. In any case, here we are breaking over 49.11, 49.46 to 49.48. Next patch, 49.81. And then here we are up at the 5,000 zone. Remember, what we want to see is, am I still above the prior day's close? And will the chart give me any kind of pullback that will allow me to position near the open of the overnight, which is a great number. That 48.80 is gold. It's been sitting there for hours and then just took off above the zone. So we know that that is a space to look at. Notice heavy congestion events. The price action is certainly giving us the ability to clearly see that buying action is below, but we've broken out hard and we should be stalling out just a little. Now, here's the big thing that happens when we make higher highs away from the edge of a Keltner channel, a Bollinger Band, a VWAP band, anything like that. It means the speed of motion is slowing. And when the speed of motion is slowing, it means there are opportunities for us to pull back and buy the higher low. So you can chase price out, but you better be quick or it's going to hurt. Notice volume is continuing to decline. Finally, let's take a look at the NQ. Same thing with the top of the band is 18,000. Could we get to 18,000? Maybe. That's sounds like a doable event, to be honest, right? So again, what are we looking at? Remember, 3 candles. Look to the left. Am I above the close of the prior day? Why, yes, I am. Am I walking the edge of the band in this kind of sequence, right? That's what we're looking for. Well, so far, but it is starting to pull away from the edges. Okay, this was the last breakout zone. So my suspicion is that that is the measure that we should have. 17,821. That's about 200 points. That is a nothing burger for the NQs. So just remember, pullbacks equal buy zones today. Don't fret. Don't look for the top. It's coming, but right now it's nowhere in sight. So pullbacks are buy zones. Good luck trading today, and I'll see you on the platforms.